Hey, hey! How's it going, everybody? My name is Python, and welcome back to some more vintage story. In the last episode, if you didn't catch it, we finally got ourselves a base. I have ridded the dirt mound, and we now have a proper house. And if I may, I just want to start off by saying a huge thank you, not only for all of your support throughout the series, but also for all of the kind words and suggestions you guys put my way regarding this house. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to replace these windows with a version of glass which I didn't realize existed. If we go on to clear quartz, check this out. It's an ingredient for quartz glass as opposed to regular glass. Quartz glass requires clear quartz and 4 sticks. You don't have to smelt it. And better still, you can make quartz glass slabs as well, which is what we're going to be making. And then I'm going to hope that I can place the slabs in a vertical way, so it plugs up the gap while simultaneously using a slightly lesser amount of quartz glass. Unfortunately, we've got barely any sticks at all, so let me just grab out my shears and let's go for what the heck? That just went very, very dark very, very quickly. Is there an eclipse happening right now, or is it just... Wait, what is happening? I think that was an eclipse. A very small eclipse. Ha! That's cool! First time I think I've seen an eclipse happen in the evening as well, which is why I was just like, wait, what the heck is happening? But anyways, while we make a start, I just want to remind you folks that if you are enjoying these episodes and you want to continue supporting this series, I'd really appreciate it if you would consider dropping a like. It really helps myself, the video, and the channel out massively. And it also helps get these episodes out there on YouTube. Only YouTube's subscriptions feed and homepage and recommendation system, it's frankly appalling and almost never works. So by dropping a like, you're helping these videos get out there, my friends, and truly, it does mean the world to me. So thank you in advance if you do decide to do that. Of course, if you don't want to miss out on my future vintage story episodes, consider subscribing to the channel with those bell notifications turned on, and you'll be the first to know when the new episodes roll out. If the sub feed and homepage stuffs work, that is. Sorry, I feel like I've started this episode off with a little bit of a mini rant about YouTube's recommendations and subscription feed system. But honestly, yeah, it's one of my biggest bugbears here on YouTube. Don't get me wrong either, I really do appreciate and enjoy the fact that I can continue making YouTube videos on a full-time basis, but I have had multitudes of comments come in lately from people saying how my videos haven't been showing in their sub feeds or recommendation systems or anything like that, so yeah, it can be frustrating to deal with, my friends. Not only for me, but for you folks as well. Do you know what, my friends? I think it is finally starting to warm up here. It is no longer double-digit negative temperatures. It is -6, which, while it's still chilly, it's not as chilly as it has been. So yeah, this winter wonderland landscape isn't going to be around for much longer, folks. So here we are with the clear quartz. Got a good amount of it, but still only enough to make 16 quartz glass. Are we going to be able to make enough quartz glass slabs to fill in the windows upstairs? I guess there's only really one way to find out, isn't there? You might notice in my chest here, I have indeed gone ahead and mined up a bunch of iron, which was at the bottom of my ladder. Also, I've gone ahead and added in a trapdoor. You guys were correctly pointing out that you can miss a 1-block gap between the ladders and it will still function as a ladder. So in my case, that meant I could put a trapdoor down. So we have got a bit more safety around here. Ain't no one getting up into my base now. So when it comes to the glass slabs, so far as I know, you have the saw next to the quartz glass. And there we are, in fact, with the quartz glass slabs. We have 32 of them. Each of the windows are 4 blocks, so that's going to be 12, 24. Ah, we don't have enough, is the simple fact of the matter. We're going to need to go quartz mining. I'll tell you something else we need to do as well. We need to make ourselves a new axe, but instead of going for copper or anything like that, might it be an idea for us to start smelting some iron. We had a whole bunch in the chest here, and I figured it would be a good idea to be nice and productive with our time. So, we've got 10 nuggets of magnetite coming from each of those massive crystallized bits of magnetite. And then we've got 5 per rich chunk of magnetite. And, well, as you can see, it's completely ridded my hammer. But look at the amount of magnetite we have. That is incredible. So the question is, how many nuggets can we put in these here bloomeries? I guess we'll find out in a bit. 12. Wow. Wait, how many can we actually put in here? 32? Can I not, like, add more? Oh, there we are. Wow. 120. Man, am I glad about that. It means that we're not going to have to keep cycling, you know, us making and breaking these here bloomeries. 120 nuggets per time. That's good. Presuming the nuggets provide the same amount of units. 5 units of iron bloom. 20 pieces smelt into 1 iron bloom. So what's the maths on that? We're going to get what? 6 bits of iron bloom from each of these? Wow. That's pretty good going. I was legit about to ask myself whether or not we have spare hammers. But yeah, we made quite a lot. So, before we head to sleep for the night, I'm going to pop myself down here. Going to add ourselves a bunch of coal into these things. And then going to set them to smelt. And then we're going to go to sleep. Which will, therefore, speed this process along just a little bit. Alright, sleepy sleep time. Oh, yikes. I woke up starving. We need to do something about that immediately. Also, we need to change tack a little bit. Only, I've not been eating a very varied diet. Which is why I've got myself some mashed blackcurrant and cranberry flax porridge. I mean, granted, it doesn't restore nearly as much food meter, but I'll still take it. I think what would be a nice idea is if, while we're waiting for this stuff to smelt up, maybe we pop back down to the underbellies of the world and we pick up some more iron. Only there's still a significant amount more to be had. Oh, and also, check this out. This is something I've discovered since the last episode, and I wanted to show you guys. I've actually got some native gold ore down here, as well as a bunch of quartz. So actually, we could do the quartz mining right here. So how many bits of gold will we get out of this? Medium chunk of native golden quartz. 10 units of gold. That's not too bad, I guess. Anyway, don't want to be wasting too much of my pickaxe's durability on quartz. Not yet, anyway. Not until we can upgrade our pickaxe. I want to get down to the iron vein. Oh, snap! And there's dudes down here. Huh. Yeah, this is quite bad, actually. What the hell am I supposed to do here? I don't like this at all. What are you? Bellhead Shiver. And he's tier 4, which means he's a strong... Wow! Those guys are way too strong. How the hell am I supposed to iron mine down there? Maybe if I come right up to the surface and then go back down, maybe those guys would have despawned? At least I hope that's what will happen. And then if there does wind up being an occasion when there is no one down there, then I think what would be a good idea is if I was to take some of these here torches and place them down there. Maybe that will help decrease the enemy spawns. Oh, hey! Turns out the iron bloom is ready. Alright, so what? I've now got to... Wait, I should probably... Yeah, there it is. Probably have that on me. Because presumably it's going to be quite warm. So, let's do a little bit of this. Oh, yeah, that's a whole bunch of iron bloom, isn't it? Alright, so what do I do with this? Do I chuck it on the anvil? And then see what I do? I mean, presumably... okay, so that's not doing anything. Oh, yeah, right. We need to change the mode. And then we could do a little bit of this. Presumably, it's all of the black bits that you need to get rid of. All right, that's the last of the black bits. Now, we need to see if we can make an ingot out of this. Wow, not only do we have enough for an ingot, but we've got quite a lot on top as well. Huh. Seems like a bit of a waste of voxels here, doesn't it? So, yeah? I think that's it. Yeah, iron ingot. Oh, cool! This is going to be quite the process, though, isn't it? I was going ahead and smashing these formations into ingots one at a time. Yeesh. Oh, well. I hope it's worth it. Ingot number 2. And here we are with the 3rd ingot. Ah, we just missed the mark. The final voxel. As soon as the piece of metal goes beneath 700 degrees Celsius, that's it. You're screwed. Ugh. That's actually quite frustrating. Right, I need to now chuck this bad boy in, I think, the forge. Wait. Partially worked iron bloom. Oh, good. I was just about to say, hopefully that didn't just, like, reset everything. But all we have to do is add one of these in, grab the torch, and get that heated up. Time for another iron check, question mark? Oh, for goodness sake, they're still there! I can't grab the iron, my friends! What the hell am I supposed to do? Like, in all seriousness? There is nothing to be done. Somehow I need to take those guys out. I mean, my bow is the only thing I can think of, but I'm gonna need to make myself a whole bunch more arrows, only I've totally run out. Oh, random side note. Turns out one of the chunks of gold I got was actually a rich chunk of gold, offering 15 units. So here's what I'm thinking. We do 1 more iron bloom, and then we put 4 iron ingots on the forge to heat them up, and then we see what kind of stuffs we can make. The first thing I want to make is probably an axe, only I have no axes at all, and then probably a pickaxe, and then probably weaponry of some description. And here we are. Oh wait, there's one more bit. There we go, there we are. Right, now we're going to grab all of these ingots and we're going to chuck them on the forge. And then I'm thinking just a few more bits of charcoal, since we're going to be doing quite a lot of work now. And yeah, we'll get these things up to temperature. Whoa, look at all this stuff. Oh, iron powder cap. We need that for a pulverizer eventually. But you guys were saying that actually the pulverizer isn't all that useful to us right now. So actually, we should do other things. Iron axe head. Yeah, buddy. Just a few more bonks and we... What the hell? Just a few more bonks and we will be there. Boop. Yeah, iron axe head. Fantastic. Right, we've got 3 more ingots to work with. What are we going to go for next? I'm thinking a pickaxe head. There it is. And there we are. Pickaxe head obtained. I think before I make my decision to make weaponry, I want to see just how much of an upgrade it actually is. Tin bronze falx blade, 4.5 health points damage, attack tier 3, attack range 2.5 meters, 450 durability. The iron falx has nearly double the durability and half a health point more damage. I'd say that's worth it, especially for the durability. Can't remember if I need a second ingot for a falx blade, though. I guess we'll find that out in just a bit. Well, good news, it only takes 1 ingot. Bad news, I had to move quite a heck of a lot of voxels, so it took a lot of my hammer durability, but there it is. And now we've got 1 more ingot. What are we going to do with this one? Anvil base. Ooh, pretty sure we're going to be needing this if we're wanting to try and upgrade to meteoric iron and steel very much later down the series. The only thing is, I don't think we've got anywhere near enough ingots. Oh, well, not yet. Once I've processed all of the blooms, then yeah, maybe we'll have enough. So we've got a pickaxe, we've got an axe, and we have ourselves a falx blade. Do we want to try and grab ourselves some arrows? Like, would that be a good idea? I mean, maybe? I don't know. I'm so indecisive right now. Ah, screw it. Let's go for a shovel. So that's the first batch of ingots taken care of. Let's get you chucked in there as well. We can finally upgrade to the Iron Age. What? Iron falx in the house. Oh, yeah. Iron shovel, 1200 durability. versus only 600 with tin bronze. My gosh, this is going to last a while. Hell yeah. All right, we've got a pickaxe here. 1,000 durability as opposed to 450. That's actually more than double. Holy crap. Okay, what about the axe? 900. Unfortunately, I don't know what the tin bronze one had because I've lost it. However, we can always check it out on here instead. 400 durability. So again, just over double durability. 900 as opposed to 400. Turns out today is quite the big day, isn't it, folks? We have upgraded so much. All right, some good news. I've managed to make a couple of bloomery bases back, but I don't have enough fire clay, I don't think, for any chimneys. Unless I've got some bits and bobs laying around. Oh, no, I do. Okay, so I've got this going on. I can make one more chimney, and then I'm one fire clay brick away from being able to make another chimney. So, time to get on with some window work. We're going to get rid of these bad boys to kick things off. And then, yeah, I can place them vertically. Oh, maybe like this way? Yeah! Yo, this is so much better! Thank you so much for turning my attention to the quartz glass slabs. They are fantastic. Wait, I really hope that I can pick this back up. Oh, thank goodness for that. It's not like Minecraft where you just lose your glass without the usage of Silk Touch, that is. You know what? Honestly, I'm having an absolute blast building in this game so far. It's not just a case of, you know, trying to figure out what blocks and textures work well together. There's an entire another depth to this game's building as well. Chiseling. Only I'm feeling right now like I want to add some blocks around here and chisel into existence a bunch of window frames surrounding the windows, just to add a tiny bit of depth. At the moment, it's all sort of flat looking, isn't it? But anyways, we'll get to that in just a bit. We've got just enough glass here to get the front windows done, and then, yeah, we're gonna have to try and grab ourselves some more quartz so we can get the rear windows done. I feel like this is an ever-evolving base, my friends. It started off as a dirt mound. It then evolved into almost what you see here, except with wood windows. And now it's evolved to have actual windows. I wonder if I have enough andesite cobble to even work on these window frames. Alright, we need some clay out and then a whole bunch of andesite, of which we have a lot. It's crazy to think that we have to place down all of these blocks just to then be able to get rid of most of them. I love it, though. I genuinely do. The chiseling part of this game is honestly one of my favorites. All right. Well, now it kind of looks like the front of the house has goggles on. I think a little bit more work is needed. You know what? I think I've got a slightly better idea as to what we could do for the bottom here. If I was to mine these out and put a full block back, we could probably convert this front area into, like, a table. Alternatively, though, we could just use a bunch of upside-down stairs to create a mini table out the front. I mean, yeah, why overcomplicate it? I think this looks pretty good. Yeah, so this is what the side of my house is looking like now. Oh, it's really starting to get somewhere, isn't it, folks? Just got the back wall and the other side wall to do, and then that's pretty much all of the chiseling for today's episode. And ladies and gentlemen, just like that, we now have proper window frames and a whole bunch of, like, mini decorative tables outside, upon which we can place down all manner of things. Come on, I'm actually able to hit this guy just about. Yep. Doesn't sound like it's good stuff he's doing right there. Come on. Wow, I actually killed one. I actually did it. Oh, just call me the greatest, Falkser who's ever lived. Alright, tier 4. Holy crap! 8 rusty gears? Wow! These guys are like the ultimate in great risk, great reward, eh? Anyway, check it out. We can finally get ourselves in here. Look at the amount of iron remaining down here as well. It is a remarkable amount of stuff. So, let's go crazy. I can't believe each and every single one of these ore blocks is of rich quality. 25 units of iron bloom. We need only 4 of these to make an entire ingot. Like, that's crazy, isn't it? This vein just doesn't stop. It's still going. Just when you think you're starting to come to the end of one of the vein areas here, it changes altitude. Look at it. It's gone down a layer now. I cannot believe how much iron there is here. And it's directly underneath our base. I mean, come on. How lucky is this? I'm definitely freaking out over the sound of the lava nearby. I don't know where it is. I just know that it's nearby. If it suddenly winds up flowing down to us, then we might be dead. There is such a ridiculous amount of iron down here that I'm actually going to have to leave some of it behind. And, well, you guys know as well as I do, leaving this area behind will probably result in a whole bunch more dudes spawning in later down the line. I mean, I've already used about a quarter of the durability of my iron pickaxe already. Just grabbing all of this iron. I mean, look at it. More than 2 stacks of the chunks here. But yes, we're going to leave this for now. We're going to see what we can do with all of the iron I have on me currently. Oh, do you know what? While we're down here, why don't we grab ourselves some more quartz? It's clear quartz we need in particular. Look at that, some more gold as well. So we need 12 slabs, divide that by 2, that's 6. We need 6 blocks. 6 blocks times 2 because it's 2 clear quartz per block. And that means we need 12 clear quartz. We have only regular quartz chunks at the moment. Hoping to get a supply of clear quartz sooner rather than later. Oh, there's our first bit. Nice. Is there a way of getting more clear quartz from these quartz ores, or is it just luck-based? I think it's luck-based, personally, but having not played this game overly long, I'm not 100% sure on that. Either way, let's keep going until we get the 12 clear quartz that we need. What's going to happen first? Are we going to get the 12 clear quartz that we need, or is our sanity temporal cog meter down in the bottom center there going to completely run out? If it gets low enough, we will start getting the effects of a temporal storm outside of a temporal storm. Oh, I got it! I got it! I got it! Let's get out of here, shall we? I do not want to be spending a second longer down here than I need to. I'm already starting to notice some strange effects, like my view keeps on sort of jolting and glitching every now and again. You've probably seen it a couple times while I've been ascending this ladder. It's a bit of a yikes when that happens, but we're back up at base, 26%. I do not want to be letting it go much lower than that, folks. There is, however, some good news. We can do a little bit of a thing now, folks. There is the quartz glass that I wanted. And here we are getting the last of the windows in. We're just about there, folks. Hell yeah. We no longer have fence windows. We have actual windows. Oh, I'm loving this base. It is looking lovely. Especially bearing in mind that I've only been playing this game for a few months. I'd say this isn't looking too bad, right? I mean, I dare say in the future, if I ever decide to do future vintage story series and let's play and playthroughs, maybe my building will improve then. But for a vintage story noob, this ain't looking too bad, eh? So then, what else to do in today's episode? I'm thinking we try to upgrade our anvil up to an iron one to be able to start work on picking up some meteoric iron, and working with that would be a pretty good step forward indeed, eh, folks? So let's check out just how many bits of iron we're going to wind up with now. And again, bearing in mind, I am nowhere near the end of that iron vein down in the depths. Look at all this. Can I still add the iron to this, even though it's not a completed bloomery? I mean, yeah, looks like it's filling up pretty cool. So we got a grand total of 360 nugs in these 3 bloomeries. Wow. If I remember correctly, it's this here powdered calcined flint combined with some of this here clay, and that will make the fire clay, right? Wait. Oh, there it is. Yeah, fire clay. Then you convert it into bricks, and then you fire these in a pit kiln. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to say sod it and convert the entire load of powdered calcined flint into fire clay. Only it's literally the only reason you have this stuff. It's not made into anything else by the looks of it. Only fire clay. So let's do this thing. Let's go crazy. Well, that definitely put a bit of a dent in my clay supplies, but I think we're still looking good. Let's go ahead and do just a little bit of this. Oh, there's so many. If I press H while hovering over the fire clay, check this out. It brings up the handbook entry, which is something I've only just discovered. Yep, here on episode 15, I've only just discovered that. But anyways, check it out. It's an ingredient for many, many things. An empty beanade, a clay brick chimney, various bits of cobblestone, and a few little other bits and bobs as well. A clay oven. Oh, unfired refractory bricks. How do we make these bad boys? Oh my gosh. Wow, that's going to require quite some exploring to find all that stuff, eh? Empty skep? What the hell is a skep? I honestly have no clue what that is. But yeah, the clay oven, I'm pretty sure, is used in the creation of, what, bread and pies? Which is definitely something I'd like to get into at some point. So how does one make a clay oven? Oh, it's just made by clay forming. Oh, it can't be made out of blue clay, though? Okay, so if I was to use the fire clay instead, yeah! There it is. We've got a raw clay fire jug as well. Raw fire clay shingles. So, I think what we can take away from this is we're not going to convert all of this fire clay into bricks. We're going to keep some behind. Do we still have a scythe? Yeah, we do. We could use this to grab ourselves a whole bunch more grass for our pit kilns. Wait, can I not do this in winter? Do I actually have to get rid of the snow and then do it? Wait, what? Oh, wait. Trim grass, remove grass. Does that make a difference? I don't think it does. Ah! Scythes are basically useless in winter by the looks of it then. Can I do this the old-fashioned way? Okay, I mean, I can still chop the grass, but it doesn't give me anything. Blimey, this is going to take some time. So, it is a maximum of, I think, 12 bricks per pit kiln. We have spaces for 5 pit kilns. So, it's 10 dry grass per pit kiln, right? So, this load of 5 is 50 dry grass. And then for the remainder, it's going to be, what, 2 more pit kilns, so a further 20 grass. So, we need a grand total of 70 dry grass. Probably the easiest way to do this is to clear out a 9x9 area first and then go at it with a scythe. We're just going to have it on trim grass this time, so we can keep these things growing. Please say that I was right with the whole only requiring 10 per time. I think I am. Yeah, it's going down in 10s. Now you're going to tell me I don't have enough sticks, right? 54. It's 8 per time, right? So, no, we should be fine. Got him! Okay, right, so now we need some fuel. Thankfully, I've got quite a heck of a lot of charcoal at this point, so I really don't feel bad about using them in pit kilns. So, let's get these lit up. And, oh, the barrels. Are they going to be set alight? Yeah, I don't know. I've got to be honest with you. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We move these barrels over here. Better safe than sorry, right, my friends? Alright, now we should be safe to light these bad boys. Oh, man, is it warm down here now? Blimey O'Reilly. Right, we might as well get these going as well. And then, yeah, we can get the final one going once we have another bloomery chimney. For now, though, I think we're looking kind of alright down here. Should we get on with some more iron work while we're down here? I think that would be a good idea. Check it out, my friends. I've just realized it's the final day of February. The final day of winter in-game. The next day will be March 1st and the beginning of spring. Oh, dude, I'm so excited. We're going to be hitting the ground running in the next episode, getting ourselves a greenhouse set up and getting our crops in for the year. So, let's see about getting this here iron bloom out. And let's begin on some hammering. I've got a nice little flow going on here. Usually by the time an ingot is finished, the next one will be just about up to temperature. I let them go up to about 800, so I got a little bit of time to play with. And then I put the next one on while I work on the next ingot. So yeah, this is the penultimate one for the first batch of iron that I smelted up. Alrighty, and here we are, the last of the first batch of ingots. Right, what we need to do now is get them placed back upon the forge. Maybe we top it up with fuel just a little bit. Get these things up to temperature, and then we're going to attempt making the anvil base and top. So, first ingot, let's do this thing. So, let's go for the anvil base first. And how many voxels? Oh my goodness me, are a lot of voxels required. So there's a second one. And, hang on a minute, there's a third one. Holy crap, this is going to take absolutely forever. I think the easiest way to do this is to basically start off at the bottom and then work your way up. Although with that said, I'm actually having a little bit of trouble seeing all the different cubes and shapes here. I mean, it's all the same color, isn't it? It's difficult to distinguish. But we're getting there. Slowly but surely. Wait, I've just realized something. Why am I not using the heavy hit? Surely this would make things, yeah, far easier. In terms of getting like a nice flat platform at the bottom. Well, I've got the bottom layer done, and that took about 16 years. 4 ingots have gone into this so far, and we're still not really close to being finished with the base. I'm going to assume that the base maybe is 5 ingots, and then the top one is 4. Only previous anvils have taken, what, a grand total of, I think, 900 units. So if the 900 units thing continues to play out, then yeah, we should be there in not too long from now. Last 2 voxels actually required, and now the rest of them can be hammered out? Question mark? I hope I haven't missed any of them out. Only if I have, I'm going to feel like such a doofus. Here we go. Anvil base, yes? Yeah! Got him. Oh, dude, am I happy to have this bad boy. Right, now we need to try to get ourselves the anvil top created. Unfortunately, I don't think I've got enough bits of iron in here. The good news is, though, these bloomeries are complete. So we should be able to grab ourselves a whole bunch more iron blooms. So we're not going to mess around. This one is full. So let's get this one smelting. And then we're going to fill the other one as well. We're just trying to maximize our productivity at this point, my friends. It's as simple as that. And there we are. 2 more bloomeries going with iron. Ah, the heavy hit. It makes things so much easier, so much more simpler to get the voxels to the lower levels. Alright, what I'm hoping will be the final ingot to add to this thing. Possibly? I hope so, because I am all hammered out. This episode has kind of taken it out of me. Do you know what? I think I'm going to need another ingot even still. Although, I don't know, there's 6 voxels here. I don't know. All I know is this episode has kind of taken it out of me. This has been a very long-winded process, but it's all in the name of progression, right? I should only have to do this once, right? I hope so. Oh my gosh, I am going to need another ingot. This is way more than 900 units worth for this anvil. Although I did accidentally get rid of some voxels earlier. That could have been the costly mistake, to be fair. Ah, well. One more iron bloom. That should be all we need now, surely. Wait, are you kidding me? We have to try and find ourselves some borax so we can sort of forge the anvil together with the two halves? Oh, my word. Yeah. Borax. I don't think I have found any of that yet. Let's just bring up our map. Since the last episode, I have done quite a lot of prospecting around. For example, I now know that there is a massive, massive, massive copper deposit to our west. Look at that. High native copper at 17, nearly 18%. In fact, this one is 18%. I don't think I've found any borax around, though. I don't even know where you find it. All the voxels are filled in. Just got to get rid of the excess ones, and that is it. The anvil top will be created. That is provided that I haven't missed any out anywhere. Yeah! Anvil top created. Let's get it cooled off, and then I need to investigate where the heck we find borax. Is there any other material we can use aside from borax to forge these two together? I hope so. In the meantime, though, check it out. The clay bricks are now entirely done. There's just a little bit more that needs doing, and then that is it for the fire bricks for now. Alright, having checked out the wiki, borax can only be mined by the looks of it, and apparently it is found in sedimentary rock types: chalk, chert, conglomerate, limestone, claystone, sandstone, and shale. So with that in mind, the only place I can think of to mine it is way the heck up to the north here, where we found that giant limestone area. Oh, man. This is going to take so long, man. Oh, my gosh. I think what I'm going to do, my friends, is I'm going to wrap up today's episode here. Only, you know, us going up to the far north where the limestone is, I mean, it doesn't guarantee that there's going to be borax around there, just that there's a chance. We haven't done any prospecting up here at all. So, I'm thinking that is something to be done in the next episode. The next episode end goal will be to get that iron anvil created. Hopefully, we do it once and we'll never have to do it again. In the meantime, check it out. The effects of spring are starting to become quite apparent. The snow on top of this here frozen lake is starting to melt finally. Oh, wait, but then again, next episode, I also want to get a greenhouse made. I mean, the greenhouse shouldn't actually take that long in the grand scheme of things. I just need to get the walls made. I've already got the glass. So, yeah, should be relatively straightforward. But yeah, the overarching goal next episode will be to get the anvil created. For now, that is going to wrap it up for today's episode, though. We'll hit the ground running in the next episode. We've got all of our stuffs ready to go exploring. So, yeah, for now, that'll do it. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed today's episode and you're excited for the next one, do be sure to let me know with a big old like rating. I'd very much appreciate it, folks. Of course, hit that subscribe button and don't forget to ding that bell if you don't want to miss out on my future content. For now, though, thank you so much for watching. Do have yourselves a fantastic rest of your day. And my friends, we have advanced to the Iron Age finally. Hey, that's got to deserve a like, surely. But yeah, thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your day. And I'll see you, folks, in the next one. Bye-bye.